how to get started on YouTube, or at least what are my 3 go-to tools for those of you who are serious about growing and doubling down on your YouTube channel. First, if you are not following me on Instagram, then you are going to want to make sure that you not only follow, but you also subscribe, because this week I made a post that surprised a lot of plug and play SM clients, and maybe it will surprise you too. Which one am I talking about? It's this one. It says, which social media app is your target audience on? And we know that Facebook has remained the largest social media app. There's been a very close second that's really kind of gone back and forth between Instagram and YouTube. And guys, I'm here to say now is the time to be doubling down on YouTube. And I'm going to give you my 3 favorite tools that I use personally every day when crafting and creating content. But if this doesn't help support your case, the guys, I don't know what will. And I know Threads isn't on here yet, but YouTube is owned by Google. So if you think you don't need to be on YouTube, then think again, because a large portion of your target audience is using YouTube every single day. And it's not only the second largest search engine, but it's also the second favorite social media app. Again, make sure you're following plug_and_play_SM on social media. And I will go ahead and show you 2 more posts from this week that really seem to catch some people off guard. Since we're on the topic of YouTube, this post was targeted about video length, which I get asked this quite a bit when I do classes. How long should my videos be, Deborah? Well, this was in particular focusing on Facebook, since Facebook is still #1 and we have a lot of clients that are using their personal Facebook profile, although they have turned on professional mode, which is in a different YouTube tutorial video that I have of how to turn that professional mode on. But people ask me all the time, how long should my videos be? Well, here's another post that was made just about 5 days ago. And it shows you that the very long is the one that performs the best on 2 categories, on reach as well as on interaction. But how long is very long? Well, it tells you right here, guys, more than 5 minutes. Right here. So this breaks down the different video length. I had a lot of people send me messages saying, can you tell me how long the very long is? I'm like, read the caption. It's right here. So how long should your videos be? Well, I will say it should always be directly to the point of what the video is about. Whatever the hook is on the cover page, you want to make sure that you don't just regurgitate that hook or you like introduce yourself. We don't got time for that. It's like we have 3 seconds to make an impression, and every 3 seconds you're re-auditioning for consumers' attention. Whatever the hook is, then dive right into your content and just answer that piece of content fully, directly, without fluff, to the point. And if it's a little bit longer than 5 minutes, then great. But don't stretch it out where it's fluff and not valuable, because all of these are measuring watch time. So you can see in your analytics and your insights the watch time of different videos or reels. And if people are getting on your video and they're quickly getting off and in like 4 seconds and they're not going to other videos on your channels, then you could get penalized for that. So you want to, again, keep in mind with some of your editing, and I will talk about a video editing app that is pretty easy to use at the very end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned till the end, but throw in I challenge you, throw some videos in there that are a little bit longer than 5 minutes. And then the last post that I will highlight is the one that talked about the different content types, like which ones get the most interaction. So this is based off organic interaction, guys. So that's mostly what we do at Plug and Play. I don't really do any paid advertising or anything like that. It's more the human to human social proof type marketing. And so I used Facebook and Instagram data on this, and which types of posts gets the largest organic interaction. And this data, guys, there are 3 mega trends that are really supporting the fact that all of the organic marketing that we are doing, the future of where it's all headed is community. That's the buzzword. How can you build community with your feed? Well, it's no surprise then that the live videos, if you can see for both, for Facebook and Instagram, when you go live and you're intentional, you maybe remind people when you're going live, you're asking them to show up in the comments, you're recognizing people that come on, like you may see their name show and you're like, oh, hey, nerd, how's it going? Or what's up, Ben? Or what's up, Walt? Or Jacqueline, whatever. You want to make sure you honor people and you interact with them in your live feed. And that's what makes them feel like it is part of the community. I think the other shocker was the carousel posts that were so high, which are more kind of like tutorials, or it gets people to interact. We saw earlier in the year, and again, I believe it first came out last December, that Adam, who is chief of Instagram, said that they've probably been putting too much focus on video, and they're going to go back and put a little bit more emphasis on Instagram being a photo sharing app. And so it's no surprise that the carousel post was the largest based off the organic interactions for Instagrams. If you like these posts, and little side note for you all, if we are creating your content for you and there's one that we make for the week, this is a little pro tip, guys, how to repurpose your content that doesn't just have to be for social media, but every Friday I tell you all to send a one-to-many email, whether that's segmented to maybe your agents in your database, or maybe to your clients, or maybe to both, but you don't have to start from scratch, people. I had a discovery call this week of someone who is now a plug and play SM client, and he did not know that you could hyperlink a post that was made on a social media platform, or maybe it was a YouTube video, because every post has its own URL that you can just copy and paste the URL and you can put it in an email. And when you do that, that gives you more chances or more exposure for people to click and then go to your hub on social, maybe start following you, maybe click the bell and subscribe so they can get your content on a regular basis. And there should be at least one post from the week that's made that you could make as part of your value add email. But for those who may be wondering, like, Deborah, I don't know what you're talking about. Technology is not my friend. What do you mean every post has a URL? How do I do that? Well, I'll show you. So for example, I clicked on this post, and guys, feel free to take any of mine. Like, all of my posts are meant to be repurposed. If you guys want to send it to an agent partner or a business partner of yours, feel free to just click. Now, obviously, when you do it from yours, the goal is to get them back to your page. That's what I would rather them do. But this type of content will help your referral partners increase their exposure, which always helps you as well. But all I did was I clicked on the post, and you'll see here, this is the custom URL for this post. So all I have to do is right click, copy, and then I could go to my email, go to email. No, you can't see this right now, but I'll show you. Okay. And I can click here. And all I do is I highlight. So I click and drag. I'm going to right click. So the whole thing should be highlighted. I'm going to right click and then click link where it says address. I'm going to click Control V. And there you go. Now people can click on this hyperlink that I just made in my email that I could make as a one-to-many strategy, and it will automatically take them to my post, just like this. That's simple. Okay, back to the topic at hand. What are my go-to Chrome extensions or just tools that I use? And I'll start with the ones that are for free to help guide me when creating content just in general, even if it's a graphic or if it's a video. I want to go over some tips when you're building your YouTube channel. So first and foremost, the YouTube Studio app, download that app from your app store. And it does depend on how many subscribers that you have, but on the app itself, down towards the middle of the screen, you'll click Analytics, and by default, it usually goes to Overview tab. You're going to want to go to the left where it says the Research tab. And what is amazing about this app is that it will give you like your gaps. It'll help find the gaps. Where are your content gaps? Where are some keywords that, based off analyzing your channel and all the content that you've created, what are some other ideas that you could use certain keywords to make your own next set of videos? You'll see based on your level of how much the app will give you exposure to. It may mean that we just need to work on your subscriber list, but that one's free. So I wanted to start with that one as it's a good one to just kind of check out and allow it itself to give you that insight. But then the second one is kind of a tie. It's a tie between VidIQ and TubeBuddy. I will say I first started using TubeBuddy. That was the one that I was drawn to. It is a Chrome plugin. Things that I would use it mostly for was more for like search volume. Once I identified kind of the keywords or phrases, what I would do is I would type that in and it would tell me based off the word, kind of the competition ranking of the word, like how difficult is it going to be to play in that space. And then they have something that's called weighted stats versus unweighted. And by default, it usually goes to unweighted. But if you go to weighted stats, it will review your channel based off that keyword that you may be interested in, like home buying, mortgage, home loan, whatever. And it will tell you based off your channel's insights and analytics and just content of how you would compete or perform with that keyword. Usually, most of my clients are already making content for mortgage, real estate, home buying, refinancing, but that's what I liked about TubeBuddy, but it does have a cost to it, or I pay for the upgraded version. The other things that I really like about TubeBuddy is it has suggested tags that make it really easy that when you go to upload a video, it will give you based off its insights and analytics, like, oh, you should add home loan or mortgage or home buying in 2023 or inflation, and you just click, and it will add the tags to your video, which helps with optimization. But VidIQ, I I started using vidIQ a little bit later. I still use all of these, like in conjunction, like the number of subscriptions that I spend in a month for all these different tools and resources that if you're a plug and play SM client, you kind of get this adopted with the subscription model that you pay for. But what I like about vidIQ is it would have kind of in blue, it would tell me what's trending. Here are your daily ideas. Here are some keywords. And that's important when you're making YouTube videos. Since it's owned by Google, you want to use keywords that are going to show for SEO ranking. Now, I don't use this one as much, but it is called Keywords Everywhere. And like $15 of credits would probably be enough for an entire year. But it's important. This one is also a Chrome extension. And so you want to make sure that you turn it on and off based off when you're using it. What's kind of cool about the Keywords Everywhere is that it tells you what channel is ranking highest. Like if you're looking for mortgage or real estate or home loan or whatever, it will actually tell you which channel based off that keyword is kind of dominating that space. It also will give you insights of which tags go best with that keyword. Obviously, it does a lot of keyword research for you, helps identify terms based off the traffic volume per month. These are just a few of the tools that I'm kind of using all together at the same time. YouTube Studio app, which is free, vidIQ, which has a free version, TubeBuddy, and Keywords Everywhere. Now, for a basic video editing app, very basic, that even includes a teleprompter. So if you're someone that takes our battle plan from every Friday and you have it printed out and you don't want to have to try to memorize, if you use CapCut, you can download it to the desktop of your computer as an application, whether you have a Mac or a PC, or it's also an app on your phone. But it is a pretty basic video editing app. It does take a little bit of a learning curve to learn. However, if you can figure it out, or if you don't quite have the budget to have us do your video editing, which PS, it's only $50 a video. Because if you do 12 videos a month, it's $600 a month. So that equates to $50 for a video edit, guys. It's worth it. But if you're someone that's like, it's really tight right now, I just need a free app to help with my video editing, then CapCut may be a good user-friendly one for you. It will allow you to put some of the charts that I show you in the battle plan if you want to flash those up to, again, give yourself some third-party credibility. It will also add captions. You can change the font of the captions if you want them to be different colors, if you want them to come up or down. And so that is my go-to video editing app for beginners that I usually recommend. But do not wait on this YouTube channel nonsense. If you're making the excuse that you're not on video and for whatever reason, then that means you want to be invisible to your ideal audience. We cannot play small when it comes to YouTube. We just saw the data. Data doesn't lie, right? The numbers don't lie. If you need help with your video edits, you know where to find us. Click the link in the bio, sign up for our video editing package. We have multiple different services of us either just editing your raw videos and sending it back to you, or we will even edit and post for you if you would like. But mark my words, for those of you who take action and you commit to your YouTube channel, these tools will help you get to the growth faster, quicker, without all the pain and delay and time and guessing. We don't need to guess anymore. We've got tools. If you found this helpful, make sure you like, subscribe, comment to this, share it with someone. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.